Okay. So if you haven't finished, please continue working with the sentences. Okay.
No, me lastima. Ya me lastimas toda la mañana. Mira cómo es. Ay, toda la mañana me acabo de levantar hace una hora, Lisette. Ay.
¿Qué pasó? Se les fue el micrófono como a mí.
All right. So if you're finished, just send a message to the chat. Okay. If you have a question, please let me know.
Miss, ¿y pequeño?
Pequeño is small. Mhm.
Pero entonces no sería, o sea, sí se puede decir smaller.
Yes.
¿Cómo se dice banco? Un banquito.
Banquito
Un banco.
is let me write it on the chat. Okay, so Angie finished. Banquito can be
Un banco.
the thing is that you can say stool or you can say chair.
Chair.
Small chair.
Okay. Chair. Thank you.
Yes.
Finish.
All right. Okay, so Ileana, Elena, Emiliano finished. Okay, what about the rest? Ready?
Yes.
Okay, so what I want you to tell me, and let's just only say one sentence. I want to listen everybody sharing their answers. So I'll start with you, Elena. Can you tell me one example that you have?
Okay, Lupita is shorter than Josefina.
Very good. Emiliano, do you have one example that you can share with us?
The lion is more dangerous than Pantera.
Okay, then the panther. Okay.
The panther.
Angie, can you give us one example?
The shark is bigger than dolphin.
Okay. Edgar, can you give us one example?
The refrigerator is heavier than TV.
Okay, very good. Fatima, can you give us one example?
Oscar is more older than Isaac.
Okay, but in this case, remember, old or older, how many syllables does it have?
2.
Okay, so if it's 2, are you sure?
No.
So
No,
it only one. So do you put more older or only older?
More.
Are you sure?
O sea, puse more.
Yeah. So in this case, you don't include when the adjective is one syllable, like for example, old, you only put the er, older. So, for example, Pedro is older than Ricardo. Okay.
Okay.
But if the adjective is long, like dangerous, then you put the lion is more dangerous than the panther, for example. Okay.
Entonces cuando, o sea, cuando tiene dos sílabas, o sea, solamente se agrega el more porque el dan siempre lo lleva.
Ajá.
Ah, ok.
Exactly.
Yeah, entendí. Thank
All
you.
right. Katia, can you give us one example?
The bed is wider than sofa.
Thank you. Miranda, can you give us one example?
The lion are more. No. Again,
Yes.
the cell phone is more intelligent than the person.
All right, okay. Who do I have? Ileana, can you give us one example?
Nora is shorter
Mhm.
than Letty.
Okay. Alejandra, can you give us one example?
Ay, perdón, le tenía en silencio. The flower is more beautiful than grass.
Okay. Let's see. Mary, can you give us one example?
The dogs are bigger than cats.
Okay, very good. So, everybody participated already, or do I have someone that is missing? Everybody participated, right?
Right.
Okay. So, with the comparatives, everybody, guys, do you guys have questions before we check the superlatives? Or no? Okay. All right. So, we are going to continue. Let me just, okay. All right, so the superlatives, the comparatives, first, let's just go back a little bit to this. The comparatives, how many people do they compare? 2 or a lot?
¿Cómo?
2.
The comparatives, how many things or objects do they compare? 2 objects, 2 people, or more than 2?
2.
2.
Okay. So a comparative is only to compare 2 things, 2 people, 2 animals, whatever, but it's only 2. The superlative, remember that we say they compare one thing in a whole universe, in a complete universe, okay? Or in a complete group, if you want. And the superlatives, they have a similar rule than the comparatives. So we have the same thing. I have for am. What is the person that I use for am? I. So I am the oldest of my brothers. Okay. For are, I have this. We can say, we can change this, but you are the oldest of my brothers, if you want. But for he, she, and it, he is the most popular in the school. She is the most popular in the school. Okay. Now, what is different? Because these are superlatives. What is different between a superlative and a comparative?
The ESD.
So a comparative has this.
Siendo la palabra.
And the superlative, what is different? They include this and this. Okay. So I have adjective, which is the simple form, let's say. And then I have a comparative because I compare maybe these two. And then I have the superlative. What pyramid? We have pyramid number 1, number 2, and number 3. What pyramid is bigger? Pyramid number 1 or pyramid number 2?
Number 2.
Okay. So pyramid number 2 is bigger than number 1. Okay. But what pyramid, 1, 2, or 3, is the biggest of the 3 pyramids?
3.
Number 3.
So pyramid number 3 is the biggest of the 3 pyramids. Okay. Now, in here, I have the oldest of, and the most popular in. What is different between these two adjectives? Well, superlatives. What is different? What do you see that is different?
El of, el in.
Adiós. Adiós.
Okay. So of, in, that's one thing. What else? Okay, the most. Why do I use the most in here and not the most oldest in here? Why do I?
No es lo mismo de las sílabas.
Exactly, okay? It's the same thing. How many syllables do I use in old? How many syllables does old have?
One.
One. And popular?
Three.
Three. So popular. So three. So if it has one or two syllables, I can only put est. But if it has more than two syllables, I put
the
most popular in. Okay. Questions with this?
No.
Okay. Anyways, we're gonna check this again, similar to the comparatives. Exactly the same thing than the comparatives, except the est. So if I have short adjectives, what do I put in the superlative form? For example, long is the adjective. What is the superlative of long?
Longest.
Okay, so longest. But I have
Longest.
to say, pay attention to this. The longest of, or the longest in, depending, okay?
Depending what?
Depending on what you're trying to say. Honestly, of and in is pretty much the same thing, but we can use it for whatever.
For example?
Let me invent a sentence. The Empire State Building is no, but that's long. Okay, so yes, the Empire State Building in New York. Okay, the Empire State Building is the tallest building in New York. Okay, in New York. But I can say the Empire State Building is the longest building of 3 continents, for example.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
So in is more specific. Of is more about a little bit more like not so much specific. Okay.
Es como decir de, o sea, de Nueva York o en Nueva York, ¿no?
En Nueva York.
Pretty much. Any questions with this?
No.
All right. And it's the same thing with the long adjectives. Again, remember that these are only examples. We have a lot more, but it's the same. So big, only 1 syllable, one, heavy, only 2. But I have beautiful, 3, powerful, 3. So instead of only put this, I have to include the most beautiful of or in, the most powerful of or in. Okay? What question?
El more? No.
No, because more is for the comparative. Superlative, I have to use the most.
Y también en donde en las short puede agregarse el most.
No, because they are no, because they are only have because they are short adjectives. If they are long adjectives, then you include the most.
Okay.
So the same thing in here. I have the boxes. I'm only going to focus on this. So if the adjective has more than 2 syllables, for example, powerful has 1, 2, 3. You have to add the most powerful of or in. Okay. But if it has more than 2, if it only has 1 or 2 syllables, then you just put the est or iest, depending if it's with a y. Okay. What questions do you have with this before we continue? No?
No.
All right. Now we're gonna do this activity about the superlatives. So it's the same in your book on page 95, exercise 9. Okay. Let me go to the book, hold on. Can you see the book software in the computer?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. So in here, what we have to do is change the form of the adjective in the parentheses to the superlative form. Okay. So for example, the large creature on earth is a blue whale. What is the superlative of large?
Largest.
Okay. So the largest creature on earth is the blue whale. Okay. Please answer number 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Change the adjective to the superlative form. Okay.
Okay.
If you have questions, please ask me.
Miss, I lost page. What page?
95.
95. Okay.
Exercise 9.
Exercise 9. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Welcome. Similar to the comparatives, remember, if you don't remember if it's if it's a short or a long adjective, count the syllables. Okay, that is easier for you.
La presentación de antes.
Yes, hold on. All right, so everybody finish. Let me just. This one?
Sí.
Okay.
No.
Ready?
Listo.
Okay, let me go back to the book. Hold on. Here it is. All right. Can you see the software of the book?
Yes.
Okay. Number 2, it says the tall animal in the world is a giraffe. What is the superlative?
Taller.
Taller.
Taller or tallest?
Test.
So the tallest animal in the world is a giraffe. Correct? Yes, everybody has the same answer?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Number 3, it says, I didn't explain this rule. Okay, well, whatever. I think dogs are what?
Goodest.
All right.
Goodest.
I'm gonna explain this rule in a moment. Hold on.
Best.
Yes. So I think dogs are the best pets. Okay. I'm going to explain this rule in a moment. Don't worry about this.
Yo ni la contesté la verdad. No entendí.
All right. Don't worry. We're gonna check that. Number 4. The dangerous snake in Africa is a black mamba.
Most
More dangerous.
Most dangerous.
Most
More dangerous or most dangerous?
dangerous.
Most dangerous. Oh.
Okay. So the most dangerous snake in Africa is the black mamba. Okay. And then we have one of the world's heavy animal is the African elephant.
Heavy.
Heavier.
Yes.
Okay, heaviest.
Oh,
The thing is that remember how many animals are you comparing? One, two, or a lot?
A lot.
A lot. Okay, so if I'm comparing a lot, it's a superlative. Okay, and then we have the beautiful pet is probably a canary.
Most beautiful.
So the most beautiful pet is a canary. Okay. In this sentence, what is it? We are comparing the canary with the pet, a pet. The pets is the universe. We have a lot of pets: cats, dogs, iguanas, tarantulas, rabbits. Okay. But they are saying that the canary is the most beautiful. Okay. What questions do you have with the superlatives? Yes?
Yes.
No questions?
No.
Are you sure?
Eso, bueno, entonces es most beautiful en vez de el otro que era ¿qué? More.
Ajá.
Es cuando a lot es superlative y cuando es para poner more es que.
More, remember that comparatives are for two things. So, Pedro and Pablo, I have two objects. Pedro is more powerful than Pablo, for example, only two. But
yeah.
I have Pedro, Pablo, Eric, and Jose. So I have 4 people. I have like my little universe. So that means I can say, Pedro is the most powerful of Pedro, of Pablo, blah, blah, blah. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Any other question with this?
No.
Okay. The except, well. Okay, yes, let's do this. Please, similar to the comparatives, I want you to write on your notebook only one sentence comparing people, one sentence comparing animals, and one sentence comparing objects. But be careful. We're talking about superlatives, not comparatives, okay? Check the example. Number 1, I put Simon is the youngest of my family. In number 2, I put the lions are the most important animals in the jungle. And number 3, I put the iPhone is the greatest phone in the world. Okay?
Okay.
Please write one sentence of each and tell me if you have questions. Are you ready?
No. Oh.
Let me, I don't know what happened. Hold on.
¿Cómo se dice mayor?
Old.
O sería older.
No, but remember that you're making a superlative. So, older is a comparative. What is the superlative?
My grandfather is the old.
Remember, what do you include for the superlative?
Oldest.
Ajá.
Yes. Thank you. Oldest.
All right, ready? Yes or no?
No.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right, let's just check one example that you have, and then we continue just to do another activity from the book, but here in the computer. Elena, can you tell me one example?
Sí. Jose is the stylist of my office.
Okay. Ileana, can you tell me one example?
My grandfather is the oldest of my family.
Very good. Angie, can you give me one example?
The shark is an animal in the ocean.
Okay. Edgar, can you give me one example?
My father is the tallest of my family.
All right, very good. Emiliano? All right, we'll continue with Emiliano. Okay, all right, don't worry. Fatima, can you give me one example?
Yes. Tanya is a funniest in the group.
Okay. Mary, can you give me one example?
My brother is the youngest in the family.
Okay, good. Katia, can you give me one example?
Daniel is the oldest of my friends.
Okay. Miranda?
Aquí. My mom is the most valuable person in my life.
Okay, very good. And Alejandra?
No, perdón. Marco is the most intelligent in the family.
Okay, very good. All right. So before we actually continue, I want to make sure. Do you understand the difference between a comparative and the superlative?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you have any other question with this? We have 10 minutes before the session finishes. No?
No.
Ileana, Mary, the rest, all good? Sorry, can you repeat? All good?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So let's just Hold on. Okay, I just want to explain this part before I explain a little bit about the homework, and then I can let you go. So similar to the verbs, we also have irregular adjectives. Okay. So for example, an adjective is good, and an adjective is bad. Okay. So.
A ver, ábreme, ¿me puedo abrir?
Okay, so for example, in the comparative, I have to change. They change completely. Check. So it's good, better. If it's bad, it's worse. Okay. So it's not correct if I say the Harry Potter movie is gooder than the Lion King, for example. It's not correct. I have to say the Harry Potter movie is better than the Lion King. Or I can say, well, it's not correct to say the Harry Potter movie is better than the Lion King. It's not correct. I say the Harry Potter movie is worse than the Lion King. Okay? They are irregular because they change the form. Okay? Completely. Do you see?
Yes.
Yes, but it is only in this case, or
yeah, only in this case.
Or it's not more words?
No, it's only in this case. Only in this case. For good and for bad, and that's it. So superlatives is the same thing. I don't say Harry Potter is the goodest of the people. No, I say Harry Potter is the best of the people. And I say, well, it's not correct to say, Harry Potter is the baddest of the characters. No, I say Harry Potter is the worst of the people. Okay, but it's only these two exceptions, only these two, and that's it. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So before I let you go and I explain about the homework that I'm going to give you, what questions do you have? We only have 6 minutes. Nope. Okay. All right. So let me stop sharing this so I can explain about the homework. Hold on. So I'm going to let you practice a little bit of like verbs and the comparatives and superlatives. So I'm going to, I know that it's like 4, but they are really like just click and go. So I'm going to give you this homework. I'm going to send everything to the WhatsApp group. It's for you to practice the verbs in simple form and then in the past. That's homework number 1. I want you to make some questions. So if you see it's only 4 questions, I'm going to put the examples there. You have them, everything in there. There is another activity. Well, I don't know if you have done it. I haven't checked that. For irregular verbs in the past and for comparatives and superlatives. For the comparatives and superlatives, you have to look at this picture. It's in the this is the example. The picture is this. So you have Karen's kitten, Leo's kitten, Simon's cat. Okay. And these are the adjectives: young, strong, playful, cheeky, friendly, quiet. The stars mean that, for example, Karen's kitten is the youngest, and this one no. But for example, Leo's kitten is the most playful, sorry, of these three. And you have an example in there. It's only for you to click and click and click, okay?
Okay.
And that's the only thing that that you're going to do for homework. I do want to, let me see if I have the, hold on. I want to share the screen and just, I'm gonna let you go with this because we only have 3 minutes. Can you see the website, comparatives and superlatives?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the homework that you have to do. This one and the verbs that are in here, okay? The same, it's only for you to click and click, that's it. In here, you have the picture, you have the example, read the sentence, and check the picture, and then you select. Read the sentence, check the picture, and then you select, okay?
Okay.
That's it. The only thing I want to share before we go, I sent to you yesterday the picture for you to download the presentations if you want.
Teacher, nomás le recuerdo si por favor me manda por correo el link, porque si no se me va el link al celular y ahí está muy chiquito.
Yes, don't worry. I'll send everything to the email.
Okay, thank you.
Aquí están las presentaciones. Si quieren revisar lo de la unidad pasada también, aquí está. La unidad 6, perdón, la actual, aquí está. Es nada más cuestión de copiar esto así. ¿Ok? Copian el link. Ay. Lo pegan en otra página de internet y va a aparecerles el PDF. ¿Ok? Ya si lo quieren descargar o lo quieren ver de ahí mismo de la sesión de Google, está bien, ya como ustedes lo prefieran. Y les va a aparecer así. ¿Ok? Aquí están prácticamente todo lo que vimos esta unidad. Y les digo, si quieren ver la unidad pasada, pues aquí también está. ¿Ok?
Miss, ¿el examen entonces es de la unidad 5 y 6 o solamente 5?
Solo 6, no, solo la unidad 6.
Ah, solo 6, ok.
Sí, ok. ¿Questions?
Nada. Ahorita nada más nos manda los links de la tarea, ¿verdad?
Así es.
Ok.
Ok, bien.
Entonces vamos a dar repaso.
Sí, el lunes vamos a empezar para checar cualquier duda que tengan y luego ya la segunda hora, pues los quizzes.
Ok.
Ok.
Perfect.
Very good. All right, so thank you so much for staying all these minutes. I'll see you on Monday, all right?
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, teacher.
Bye-bye.
Thank you,
Bye.
teacher.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Pues,